At Prezi, we are often asked, what's the secret to making a great Prezi? A well-designed Prezi is easier to create than you might think. In fact, our users have identified a formula for turning their Prezis into powerful and memorable productions. Each of the Prezis shown here came from humble beginnings. But for our demonstration, let's see how the formula helped this user refine a Prezi about Romeo and Juliet. Their initial effort consisted of a few randomly arranged names, concepts, and excerpts. This is what some of our users refer to as a sneezed Prezi. There is no apparent overarching structure, and objects seem to be randomly thrown on the canvas. As it turns out, throwing stuff on the canvas is great. In fact, it's the first step in our formula, which we call brainstorming. Brainstorming helps you identify the components of your story, and seeing the elements in front of you helps you notice if someone or something is missing. The next step is to organize your ideas into groups. The visual centers in your brain are trained to look for patterns, and when you start arranging things, you immediately start to notice symmetries and structure. Relationships become visually intuitive, and, given shape, become memorable as well. This is the Prezi way of telling a story. Large amounts of information can be inferred, at a glance, from a meaningful visual arrangement of ideas. We can already see that an intuitive structure is taking place. All we need now is a striking visual metaphor that will bring the story to life. This is where Prezi's templates can really help. For this story, our user has explored our selection of templates and selected the dueling bucks as a visual metaphor for family tension, making this Prezi even more engaging and intuitive. Another way to cultivate creativity is to search through the millions of Prezis available online. Many users allow you to save a copy of their Prezi, which you can use as a starting point for creating your own. At Prezi, we value the importance of finding the right visual structure for your story, since this is key to communicating it effectively with others. Lastly, you have to think a bit like a film director. You want to direct the audience through your Prezi in a way that will expose the story within your idea. Think about how you want to sequence the elements you've placed on your canvas. You have the power to zoom in for a close-up on a single area, to isolate it and focus attention on only this part of your story. You can also zoom out and give your audience an establishing shot of the entire scene. This helps your audience stay oriented and helps them understand how all of your topics relate to the story at large. Now is a good time to check if you are on the right track by using the squint test. Squint your eyes and zoom all the way out. Can you still understand the important relationships when the smaller details are obscured from view? Remember, sizing is important. The most important concepts in your Prezi should ideally be legible when zoomed all the way out. As you can see, this user's first effort does not pass the squint test, and looks like, well, a sneeze. Exposing the big picture at the end of your Prezi can make for a dramatic and memorable effect. At Prezi, we call that the big reveal. While great Prezis are as different as the people who create them, these 3 basic steps are a hallmark of great Prezi creation. Try them out today. We promise you'll be encouraged and making your own great Prezis in no time at all.